Top five here. Get your top fives. So number 5, we have Friday the 13th Part 2. Part 2. So number 2 is a really cool movie. The characters, I don't have shit on the second movie, but the characters are, they aren't like a bunch of buffoons that you're like, yep, dead, they're all gonna die in, silly fashion. The characters are kind of, you get into the characters, you feel for the characters, what am I trying to say? You connect with the characters, maybe?
The connection.
The French connection.
Oh, don't do that face.
We can edit that out. Invest in the characters. You get invested in the characters. That's the magic word that we were searching for. Invested in the characters. Can't think of any of the names right now. This is the one with the dude in the wheelchair. Gets the machete in the head and then rolls down all those stairs. So that's cool. And then the way that it ends with Jason chasing the girl into his little lair in the woods. That super creepy shrine of his decapitated mother. That was definitely a weird thing to see. But yeah, the one eye is weird. Like there's not two eye holes.
2 eye holes?
There's just one. Maybe it's because he had that droopy eye that didn't work. I don't think that was ever explained. But Hockey Mask definitely has 2 eye holes, so maybe the other one's just for show. All right, number 4. Shout out to Rick, Arn, Tully, and JJ. It's part 3. 3D. And it was 3D, which is kind of funny. So I remember we watched part 3 with your brother, who has the full DVD set of all of these movies, these wacky, wonderful pieces of cinema. And it's kind of like funny, like you get moments where I guess you can't have all serious moments of a movie. That would be kind of a downer, right? The store clerk in the beginning with the big mustache is hilarious. Never forget. He eats the donut. Oh. Yeah. So he eats the donut, like he opens a package of the donut and then just closes it. So if you went into that store and you purchased powdered donuts right off the front, you'd be short a donut. He also drank some juice. I'm not sure if he put that back or not. And then he picks up the cat. That's funny. But this is when he gets introduced to the Hockey Mask by the Shelly, I think his name is, the Afro kid. He's he just wants to be accepted by the friends, right? He's making jokes at the wrong time. We've all been there.
Especially you.
Especially me. Live there. I take out rent at the bad joke timing hotel. So he's a good part of the movie. So I recently was under the impression that big chunk out of Jason's mask on the one side was from the 4th movie. We'll get there. But I thought it was from the 4th movie. But it was actually from this movie. Towards the end, the girl grabs the machete and fucking boom, right? And he goes down like a ton of bricks. And she's like, all right, got him. He's done. Deuces. Not so fast, my friend. He gets up, shakes it off like only Jason Voorhees can. Ends up hanging himself. What a way to go, right? Accidental hanging. Normally people do that on purpose. Anyway, great movie, part 3. Gotta check it out, right? Top 3 Friday the 13th movies. We're here. It's about time. I have been rambling and jabbering and babbering and stumbling and fumbling and trying to find the words that I'm trying to say, but here we are, top 3 Friday the 13th movies. Coming in at number 3, we have what was pegged to be Carrie, the telekinesis chick, versus Jason. I don't know when the hell the Carrie movie came out. I've only seen the remake. Anyway, this movie is awesome. Kane Hodder, the popular, I think, Jason actor, came in, and he was here for 7, 8, and 9. I don't know. He's been there for a while. He's been through the good ones. He's a big sumbitch. But I love this movie because it's a really cool story that doesn't even really involve Jason. It's just kind of like around his turf. But this girl, what's her name?
Carrie.
No, that's the actual Carrie. Carrie was a separate horror movie with the telekinesis where she can move shit with her mind. Tina. It was Tina. So Tina goes out to, the movie starts and she kills her dad because he's a drunken asshole and he's beating up on her mom. And then, so she runs out of the camp, or that little house by the lake. She runs out, and then she's on a boat. She gets on a boat, and then he comes out on the dock, and she goes, wah, 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 and fucking collapses the dock and kills his ass dead, murks him clean. So then that was the beginning, and then many years later, this doctor's like trying to take advantage and like document her moving shit with her head. So he's just in it for himself. What a dick. So you've got a clear bad guy other than Jason Voorhees, who's going around killing people. I think this is, I don't know how often he gets his mask knocked off, but this is the one of the times where he gets his mask knocked off and he's got that fucking weird face, which is super memorable. And then this is also the one where they have those asshole teenagers and that one dude that's the good guy. Super descriptive on this movie. You definitely know all about it. Why it's in my top fucking 3. So New Blood, number 3. Moving on to Friday the 13th, part 6. Jason Lives. Jason Lives. So this is after they gave it a go with Roy as the killer. And people were like, fuck Roy. So they were like, all right. Jason will come back. It'll be all good. So, Tommy Jarvis, lovely little Tommy Jarvis. A little bit older. I think he's in his like teens. Oh wait, yeah. So this is after part 5 with Roy. So he's like, we'll say he's 23 because 23 is a great number. Michael Jordan. I digress. So he goes, I gotta fucking put this Jason shit behind me. I need to burn this motherfucker. Not alive, because he's already dead. So he goes to his grave, and his friend that's with him is hilarious. He's like, why do we gotta do this? I don't want to do this. I'm so scared. He's freaked out. So that's a great opening scene. But in typical horror movie fashion, we get a thunderstorm. and he fucking takes a big giant pole and jabs dead Jason in the chestal section to symbolize the moving forward past. He's trying to move on, you know. He's got a life to live. He's only 20 something. So when he does that, boom, thunder strikes, whoosh, and by science, reboots the cold black heart of Jason Voorhees, and that motherfucker is back, and he is pissed because he just got fucking murdered by Tommy fucking Jarvis. And the funny thing about this movie is the fucking rivalry between the town cop and Tommy Jarvis, and it's so good. And this is the only movie where Jason actually interacts, if you want to call that, with other like little kid campers. And I could only imagine your fucking mom or dad sending you to a camp, and then you see 6'10" scary motherfucker running around with a machete. But he doesn't do anything to the little kids. There was one time where this little girl was she reading a book maybe, or she was up when she wasn't supposed to be. Story of my life. And she sneaks a peek, and I think Jason looks at her and doesn't do anything, just walks away. So I guess he does have some good in his heart. But I like the other characters. The counselors are pretty entertaining in this movie as well. It's a great part where Jason first gets kind of revived, and he's running around, and the count. I think they were the counselor. They were driving up to the lake, and he just stands in front of the car. They stop the car, and then the girl's like, "Have you never watched any scary movies? Like, you don't get out of the car and go." And then so the guy's like, "No, fuck that shit. I'm a big tough guy." And he gets out. He gets fucking murdered, and it is hilarious. Do you remember that movie? It's a great movie. Mm-hmm. It's the one that we actually purchased on Amazon because it was like $1 more to buy it than it was to rent it. Why wouldn't you? So now I can watch that whenever I damn well please. And now, our greatest Friday the 13th movie that has ever been produced. Drum roll. Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter. Or so we think. This is the debut of Tommy Jarvis as a little kid. Corey Feldman. Great movie. Great movie. Excellent piece of cinema. There's also that dude. Can't think of his name. The actual name. I don't know his name in the fucking movie either. Doesn't matter. Dude with the funny haircut. Who, I wrote it down somewhere. He kept saying he was a dead fuck. I thought that was so funny. Dead fuck. Get it? Everybody that's in a fucking Camp Crystal Lake ever, they become a dead fuck. But he was in reference to having sexual intercourse with his friend, and I thought that was really funny. I literally have dead fuck, LOL. So. Alright, so as I was saying, the movie starts right where the third one left off. So Jason's hanging there, dead, or so we think. So he gets taken to the hospital, the coroners, or whatever it's called, and they're, instead of examining the body, they just throw a sheet over him, and this fucking hilarious Do you remember this? He's watching the video of these like girls dancing. It's so funny. And so then he tries to do the chick, and then his fucking Jason's arm like moves or something, and they freak out, and then she leaves, and then he's standing there, and he gets murked by Jason, and then Jason comes and kills her, and then he's on the loose again. Voorhees on the loose. Then we get introduced to the Jarvises, the sister, the mom, and the wonderful, inspirational Tommy motherfucking Jarvis, which I had mentioned. And it's, I believe this is the movie where that girl goes out into the water alone, which is the situations that these characters put themselves in is hysterical to me, because I don't want to say I'd be in none of them, but going swimming at night in a lake alone is probably something that I'm not ever to fucking do.
Even going swimming in a lake at all, you wouldn't do it.
Exactly, because it's gross. I don't want anything swimming up my Peter. It's scary stuff. That's what nightmares are made out of. Just like Jason Voorhees. Anyway, so this girl goes out. I hope I'm talking about the right movie. This girl goes out, and her titties are out. She's going swimming for a late night swim, and she's waiting for somebody who I believe gets swept up in a trap laid by none other than Mr. Voorhees. And so he never shows up. So she gets in like a fucking raft. There's a random raft out there. And then I think Jason pops up because he's not afraid of water yet, and kills her dead, stabs her with his big machete. And then we get to the final kind of scene where Jason is trying to get the Jarvises, and so he's got a hold of Tommy's sister, trying to kill her dead, and Tommy sees a fucking like newspaper clipping of Jason, which is weird, but it's there. I didn't write the movie. It's the best movie. I'm not asking any questions. So he shaves his head like bald in most spots. You know, he's got little hairs here and there, and it's the 80s, so he's got a nice little bowl cut on him. Blonde hair. Cute little motherfucker with the glasses. So he says, fuck the glasses, shaves his head. He distracts Jason. Sister runs away, and Jason's like, oh my god, what the fuck? Are you me? Am I you? I mean, what's going on here? Gets tricked, takes the machete, fucking bam, kills him dead. It's an excellent movie. It's a great piece of cinema. We might watch it tonight. We might watch it tonight. We'll let you know. Maybe
We're
not.
watching Cobra Kai.
Probably not. We're going to watch Cobra Kai tonight. Maybe.
You don't fall asleep.
So that is the countdown. We've got number 12, Jason Goes to Hell. Number 11, Jason X, Jason Goes to Space. Number 10, the 2009 reboot named Friday the 13th. Number 9, Roy is the Killer, The New Beginning. 8, Jason Goes to New York City, Takes Manhattan. 7, Freddy vs. Jason. First movie that I saw involving Jason Voorhees. Number 6, the original The Killer is Jason's mother, Pamela Voorhees. Number 5, Part 2. Number 4, Part 3. Number 3, Part 7. Part 7. The New Blood, Jason versus Carrie. Not really Jason versus Tina. Part 2, number 6. Number 2 is Part 6, Jason Lives. And number 1, the final chapter of Friday the 13th, which wasn't the final chapter of Friday the 13th because these movies are too good to stop making. Another thing why this is such a good series is because they stopped making the movies, because if you look at it, Halloween has a shit ton of movies that are not good, and the story arc is all over the map. There's like different fucking universes inside the inside the series. But this has a nice story that basically, if you don't count the reboot, has a one singular reoccurring story. So that does it. Thank you so much for joining us. It was a long one, but it was a fun one. And we appreciate you having a chat with us. And
Like and subscribe.
like and subscribe. Doesn't cost you a dime. Let me know what you think. How would you rank these movies? Is the 2009 reboot your favorite? Is Jason Goes to Hell your favorite? Do you fucking hate Jason so much you don't even want to see him in the movie? Is that your favorite movie? Please, let me know. Because this is my list. You can't read it. I can't even fucking read it. Alright, adios. Bye. Thank you. We appreciate you.
How do you even remember all that?